Karen, league final in Croke Park this weekend. How does that feel?
Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. I suppose we haven't, anyone on the panel probably hasn't been in a league final, so it's something that we're really looking forward to. And obviously, any day you get to play in Croke Park is really exciting. So, yeah, there's a good buzz around the camp at the minute. Really looking forward to Sunday.
Was this something that you set out as a goal at the start of the year as a team that you wanted to reach the league final?
I suppose we set out that you kind of want to win every game we go into, so in doing that we would want to reach a league final. I suppose we started off not on the correct foot against Waterford in the first round, but I think we've responded well since that, and everyone's just putting in a huge effort. So yeah, I suppose we really wanted to use the league to get game time into players and probably just build as a team, build on certain aspects of our game that we wanted to look at, and just try and improve every match in the league. So that's what we've been doing so far.
Obviously, getting to the league final, you would look back and say that the league has gone well, but you're coming off a 4 wins in a row bounce, so you must be pleased with that. How would you wrap up the league as a whole so far?
Yeah, I think it's been really positive. Like, a lot of players have stepped up in new positions and that kind of thing, but it's been really positive. Obviously, we did have a tough day out against Waterford in the first round, but since then the effort from the girls has been absolutely unreal. I think our first training back after it, we all decided together as a group that wasn't good enough for our standards, and we needed to improve and change things going into the next matches, and I think we did. We responded well, and we've just been trying to take aspects of our game from each match that we need to improve on and bring it into the next one. So we do have a bit of momentum coming into the final now, so that's really good. We're obviously happy with the performances since.
And obviously you met Galway in the round robin stages and you got the win that day. Was there anything in particular that you learned from that you're bringing into the game this weekend?
I suppose there was stuff from all the games that we've been looking at that we wouldn't have been happy with. The game against Galway was a really tight game, so we're expecting nothing less on Sunday, as we always have against Galway the last few years. So there's probably stuff from all the matches we've been looking at, trying to improve week on week. So Clare was our last match. We've looked back on that, and there's things we wouldn't be happy with that we've been working on the last few weeks, and will hopefully improve on them going into Sunday as well.
Galway are obviously going for 3 in a row, and they're counted in that upper echelons of the top 3. Where do you see their main threats coming from this weekend?
Oh God, it's hard to know where to start with Galway. They've threats all over the field. They're starting 15, and anyone coming off the bench is going to be a top class player. So I think it's going to be very hard for us to pinpoint where to like mark players and that kind of thing. I think the main part for us will just be focusing on our own performance. I think if we look too much into Waterford, we could get bogged down in that, and we really need to look into our what we can do, what our positives are, and what we need to play to as a team. So there's obviously big parts of their game we'll need to look at, but we've been mainly focusing on getting performance out of ourselves.
And this is the first time since 2014 that someone other than the top 3 of Galway, Kilkenny or Cork has been in the final, and it's yourselves to break that record. Is that something that you have talked about, or how do you feel about that?
No, it wouldn't really be anything we talk about. There's obviously a lot of talk around the county that it's 20 years since we've won a league title or that kind of thing, but it wouldn't be anything that we talk about in the camp. I suppose we just focus on game, so we'll be taking Sunday as the same. We won't really be thinking about titles or history or anything. It'll just be about the game on Sunday, and hopefully getting a result.
For Tip Camogie, you've kind of been thereabouts the last number of years between quarterfinals and semi-finals, but you've struggled to break through that ceiling. How important would it be to lift silverware in Croke Park this weekend and drive on from there coming into championship?
Yeah, I think it would be huge for us. Obviously the last few years we have progressed through the different stages, but we have fallen down at the latter stages of the championship, so we'd definitely be looking to get the win on Sunday. I think it'd be huge for the county. The sport of Camogie has grown hugely over the last few years. You just even know a lot more people talking to you about it, a lot more people hearing about it. So it's great for the county, and it'd be great for the supporters if we could give them something to smile about on Sunday.
It's a historical day with the Camogie League finals teaming up as a triple header as part of the Leinster Football Championship. In terms of driving support or maybe opening people up to the game of Camogie, do you think that's a positive thing? Would you like to see more of that, or would you be happy to just keep it on its own, on a day on its own?
No, I think it's huge for the sport. As you said, it'll get more eyes on the game if people are coming to the football, and maybe they'll come in early and get some of the camogie, and might be people that would have never gone to a camogie match before, but they have the opportunity there now before the football. So yeah, I think it's really positive, and hopefully see more of it in the future.
You've obviously been involved for a long time, and you're one of the main names when people think of Tipperary Camogie. They think of yourself and Caught Devan. Now I know Caught's not involved this year, but you've mentioned other players have stepped up. Do you think it's good to show that there might have maybe people might have felt there was an over reliance on Caught up front to get the scores or whatever, but other people have stepped up throughout the league, and you've seen that?
Yeah, I think over the last few years there's probably been a lot of people stepping up, and even across the scores there's a huge spread in most of our games now, so I don't think there's a reliance on any one player. I think everyone, we kind of work as a team, and there's a huge team spirit there, so it's not about who gets the score, it's just that we get it as a team.
And the last game against Clare, you had to come off with a shoulder injury. How's that looking?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Picked up just an injury before half time, but it doesn't seem too bad, so hopefully it'll be fine for Sunday.
So you're still lining out, that's the plan.
Hopefully, if they pick me.
Finally, I just wanted to ask you about the motion that was defeated at Congress last week on the Scorts. How did you feel about that result?
Yeah, I think it's a huge topic at the minute. I think it's kind of frustrating from a player's point of view, just to see where the vote is coming from. I know, talking to the majority of players, that we would rather have the option to wear shorts or that kind of thing. I suppose just from the players wearing them, we're the ones that have to deal with them, and they're not the most comfortable to be wearing or practical or that kind of thing. So I would like to just see it go back to the players and get a full view from the players on what we would like, because at the end of the day we're the ones that are going to have to line out on them and that kind of thing. So I definitely would like to see them gone, but we'll see how it goes.
So did you feel frustrated that perhaps, as you said, you are the guys that are having to wear them, that maybe you're not being listened to or not being represented properly? Yeah,
I think so. Like, it's hard to see why anyone else would have a choice in what we wear. We're the ones that go out in the field, have to put them on. As I said, they're not the most comfortable. You look around on a match day, and I'd say most of us are just trying to fix them most of the time on the field. And you look at any of the trainings or challenge matches, if there's a time that we can get away with not wearing them, we won't be wearing them. We only wear them when we really have to. So, yeah.
Okay, we wish you the very best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Scorts and all.